Hi, welcome to Young Readers, Children's Reading Club. Today, we will learn to know how young readers develop happy independent readers. What are the methods? So there are following solutions we use. The first thing, we use a reading scheme that is useful to develop the reading skill and interest. Then we use a reading by pathways method where children would read books they like to read suitable to their level. Then we maintain the reader's passports where children will record the books they have been reading and they have a clear goal how many books they want to read. Then we have a reader sessions where children would come to share their readings and show their understanding and practice their reading, peer reading and public speaking skills. And finally, they got their rewards for their effort. And this loop continues till they read from level 1 till the way to read level 20 or they become proficient in reading and storytelling and public speaking. Now let's go in depth. What are reading schemes? We use Oxford Reading Tree reading scheme as a foundation. There are other reading schemes we also use like Ladybird and Usborne or Scholastics, but we prefer start using with Oxford Reading Tree because 80% of UK primary schools, they use Oxford Reading Trees to develop children's reading skills and language abilities. Next, Oxford Reading Trees, the books have from level 1 to level 20. So it's a very detailed level, and level 1 is just good enough to start for LKG children or children who would just know how to recognize simple words. And level 20 is complete prose where a child can sit and read a novel, maybe which is based on chapters, a 200-page book of 10 to 15 chapters. And in Oxford Reading Tree, there are a range of books to develop reading skills. They got books on phonics, they have books on fiction, and they also have books on non-fiction. This way, it would be easier for children to develop their comprehensive reading skills. So a reading schemes a good foundation for children to develop their reading skills. Then we use this reading pathways. So what in these pathways, every child chooses and reads a book they like. So this way, it's not like a syllabus, like everybody is reading the same book. Since they read different books, they can exchange, they can share different books in every class. They would be exposed to read different books by their friends. And we have a list of books. We can give a recommendation for children to get started with book suitable for them. So they have a very good beginning, a very good start. This is where most of the children and parents struggle. They don't know how to choose a book suitable for the child's reading level. And by reading by pathways, let's say you are at level 1, when you read 20 or 30 books, the child, he knows he can read level 2 books. When the child reads 20 or 30 books at level 2, then he knows he can go to level 3 books. So a child can progressively develop reading competencies and then he can go to higher levels by reading by pathways method. The next solution we have is the Reader's Passport. Reader's Passport is where the child records their reading journey, the books they have read. Here, the book number 1 was a book title, and the words they have learned in this book, and some couple of sentences and summaries. And here they do this on the white side. They do activities, projects, drawings, mind maps, and they can also keep track of the SMART goals. Okay, I read 1 book, 2 book, 15 book, 30 books. This way, the child, he can record from his hobby reading, the words, new vocabularies he's developing, the structures he's developing, and also he's expressing his creative thoughts about the book. So this will be his journey, reading's journey. So it will be helpful for him to remember and also to read again and again if you wish. The next most important thing is our reader sessions. So in the reader sessions, we have a structured reading session, a familiar so the child will quickly get used to and start reading. So the first thing, we start with introduction. Every child comes on the stage introduced by himself so that they get over the fear, anxiety, and get warm up for our reading activity. Then we have a guided reading. A teacher, a coach would read, as you see in this picture, read a book for the children as per their reading level. Then after the guided reading, now we go for share reading, where children, they share the books they have read with their peers. So this way they can exchange, they can interact and communicate with their friends and develop their friendship of reading. And then finally we go to speaking, where children would come on stalk and read aloud, or if they can tell the story, they can narrate the story and practice their storytelling and public speaking skills. And finally, we give a reward, a feedback, and appreciation. If they have achieved specific goals, they will be given a reward for the achievements. So this way, every session, the child will go through this entire structure, reading aloud, interpersonal communication, and storytelling, and also a feedback session. This way, the child will go from the reader club with happily and positive to read more books for the next session. And the smart rewards. So our smart reading rewards is a way to monitor and give them a reward for the effort. When the child reads 5 books, he will get a first reward as a good reader reward. And when he reads 15 books, he gets a growing reader reward. With 30 books, an excellent reader reward. When you read completing 50 books, you get a star reader. And we make the child become a central reader in 6 to 8 months. So if a child can read independently 100 books in a 6 to 8 month period, he will have a very good hold on language and reading and discipline to read and pursue the goal. And by timely recognizing and the child's effort and reward, we would motivate the child to continue his effort and continue to develop his reading skills. And with each level, we will also increase the difficulty so that he can practice much broader reading skills. So with this, we have put together a complete, structured reading program for children, where a child can develop reading interest and skills. Welcome to Young Readers Children's Reading Club, to read and to read happily.